Hi and welcome to Violet Connie Art. Today I have an unboxing and kind of review and first impressions video for you. I ordered one of Daniel Smith's new hand-poured half pan sets, and yeah, I just got one of the smaller ones with the 6 in it, and the reason I really wanted to get this one, besides the fact I couldn't afford to get all of them because that would be great, but so I limited myself to this just one set, and the reason I picked this one set was because it has purples in it, and it's known as the Colors of Inspiration set. So it's got a rose of ultramarine, a shadow violet, a wisteria, beautiful colors, serpentine genuine, a lavender, and a moon glow. So I'm going to open these up right now. I took a bit of sticky off just before the video so that I could get this open. And inside we have I Am Unique, and also a little pamphlet, looks like. Yeah, okay. So yeah, we'll have a quick look inside this. Let's peel this off. So this just tells you about how this pan is unique. You can pause the video if you like and have a read. I will read that later. I'm keen to get into this part. So, first problem I've got is I can't open the package. There we go. That is really stiff. Look at those beautiful colours. So we've got, let's try and match up which ones are which. So we've got maybe wisteria, rose of ultramarine. It's really hard to tell. I wonder if they've got them in the right order in the pamphlet in here. Okay. Don't know. Here we go. This is what it is here. So we've got the wisteria, the lavender, the rose of ultramarine, moon glow, a shadow violet, as it doesn't even look purple, but I'm really curious about that, and a serpentine genuine. Yay. Let's get started swatching, because yay. So I'm just going to swatch them out first up. So let's get this started. I put a bit on here. So this one here is the wisteria. Look at that lovely purple. I haven't got anything that's even similar to that colour purple. Oh my gosh, look how pigmented that is. That's amazing. Alright, let's get a bit of water into that and see how it... Oh wow, it's got like a slight granulation to it, I think. It's just so pretty. It's nearly a pink, really, but a nice light kind of pinkish purple. Alright, I really love that colour. I'm probably going to really love them all. So, next one we have is the lavender. Oh wow, so it's like a blue... a bluish kind of purple, I guess. It's more like a light blue. Again, I have nothing even similar to this colour. And that was my dog Daisy coming through the doggy door. What are you doing, Daisy? Where are you going? Running around puffing. The next one is Rose of Ultramarine. So here we have, oh my gosh, this one's, I think this was my favourite so far. Look at that deep kind of nearly a magenta-y kind of purple. Let's put a bit of water on that to see how it... Look how those are drying. I am in love with these paints. I'm just in love with art supplies in general, I think. So much fun. It just is relaxing and just always makes you feel good to sit down and do some art. Well, it does for me anyway. Just leave a comment below if you just find that art just makes you feel good. I think that would be the majority. If you're looking for art related videos on YouTube, that would probably be the case. So look at that. It's got a tinge of, it's got a purpley tinge to it. So this one's the moon glow. Oh, that one was the rose of ultramarine. I don't think I said that. So that one's the moon glow. And next we have the shadow violet. I'm very curious about this one. Let's see. That's got such a purpley tinge to it. This is, okay, this also has a purpley tinge to it, a different kind. Let's see if I can get, dipped in the wrong one. It's a little bit darker at the top. It's nearly like a purpley grey, really. Let's blend it out with a bit of water. Okay. Look at that. Oh, beautiful. And then the last one here is Serpentine Genuine, and I wonder if this is part of their Prima Tech, I think it's called, that series. I wanted to try some of their the paints that are made out of gems and minerals and things, but just haven't always got enough money to do all of the things that you want to do when it comes to art. Look at this. Oh, that's really pretty. Again, I don't have any colour that's even slightly similar to this. These are all really new colours for me, so I'm so happy with this, the choice that I made about getting this particular palette. It's a very light green, very light. I can't even think about what it's like. I was just trying to think. It's just like itself and it's beautiful. Okay. That's amazing. So I'm going to pack this away. I haven't got the time to just sit here and do a whole painting just yet, but I will be coming back and doing the rest of the video on another day when I do have time, and I'll put that on here and paint an art piece. So that will be next. So here I am starting my art piece. I decided to do a young lady standing by some water with a lantern. I'm going to first talk about the palette. So the Daniel Smith palette, it's really great because it's got lots of wells, so you could fill up lots of more colours in there, which I need because I had 2 Daniel Smith colours that couldn't fit in my portable painter where I was usually putting my Daniel Smith paints, and so I like that I can start collecting some more. I couldn't mix any of the watercolours in the actual lid of the palette because number 1, it didn't lie flat, and number 2, it had a hole in the back where if you did try and mix water on it and watercolor paint, it would seep down the back and onto your table, which is not ideal. So I ended up using a porcelain palette that I'd picked up from a thrift shop for 25 cents. I think it had a little cup on there, so it was a cup and saucer plate for having biscuits and tea, but it works really well as a palette and I enjoy using it. I've actually got 2 of these, so yeah, great find at thrift shops for art supply stuffs. My favourite colour in this would have had to be the Moon Glow, I think. The kind of bluish colour it had in it is really lovely, and when it dried, it kind of split a bit into the colours that were in the pigment. And that was the same for a couple of these. The green did, and when it dried, like the pigment particles separated out and made different like a mottled kind of effect in the paints, which I really liked. So yeah, I enjoyed doing that, and I had set myself the task of only using this palette for creating this piece, but in the end I wanted to put some sparkly stuff on there, so I used my Kuretake watercolor, sparkly watercolors, and I also ended up using a micron pen to really define her on the page because I didn't think that she stood out enough from the background and I wasn't getting those light that was shining on her in the right way without it. So yeah. So here's my final artwork for this piece that I was working on with the Colours of Inspiration from Daniel Smith. I really like how this piece turned out. I think it kind of has a nice feel about it with these colours. I really enjoyed these colours and I will be refilling them when they run out. I do recommend these colours, but not necessarily the palette. I think it was probably a little bit extravagant in expense, but enjoyed the process. So that's it for my Daniel Smith review video of Colours of Inspiration. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thanks so much for watching.